here. If you are new to me, my name is Maeve. This is a vinyasa 2-3 class. We're gonna have some fun today. That's me making a statement. We're gonna have some fun today. I hope you have fun. I hope you have fun when you come to my class. Not every day is fun. Even if my intention is to have it be fun, it's just not always fun. So whatever you need it to be today, that'll be what it is. But my intention is for you to have a little fun, connecting to your body, connecting to your breath, being here together, but mostly being here with yourself. So spending some time together, but with yourself. Quick start seated, any comfortable position, just to take a beat to connect to our breath. Take in a full breath. Hold at the top of the inhale. Open your mouth like you're fogging a mirror. Do that again. Full breath in. Little pause at the top of the inhale. And then with a little less kind of vigor, just a little softer, fog up the mirror. We do that again, but with the mouth closed. Draw the breath in. Keep the mouth closed, but fog up the inside of your mouth. And then draw the breath back in. And see if you can draw that imaginary fog out of the mouth, like out the back of the head maybe. And then you just start this process of fogging and defogging, or not. Ujjayi pranayama. If it's not comfortable in your body, it's not comfortable in your body, and you don't have to do it. But if it feels good, Ujjayi breath. It's a soft sound. It's kind of wave-like, sort of Darth Vader-y, but a little softer and more gentle, and definitely not as mean and evil as Darth. So a little kinder breath. Make your way onto your hands and knees. It's just a place for your mind to rest. And if it doesn't serve you, you leave it. And that's pretty much this entire practice today. If it serves you, you take it and you run with it. And if it doesn't serve you, you leave it behind. We're in cat's breath, cat and cow. If it feels okay, keep this going. Maybe turn the palms, the fingers I should say, toward the knees. If that doesn't feel good, you'll leave it behind. You get the idea? Of course you do. Couple more rounds here. If you have a couple of blocks, just kind of identify where they are. If you don't have them, you'll do this on the ground without the blocks. If you have blocks, find your blocks, draw them in at about shoulder's distance. Elbows come onto the floor or onto said blocks, and then drop through. And then take a pause. Allow yourself to kind of drop through. Let the spine get a little soft. And then we're going to energize the spine as if you're in cat's pose. So just pulling the front ribs in a bit. Scooping the belly back. And then giving a little more pressure to the elbows, but without going into a back bend. So waking up the shoulder girdle. Getting a nice big stretch here. Through the shoulders and not necessarily through the spine. So keep the tension in the belly. Again, a little bit of cat's pose in the belly. And then if you do have blocks, you can come around, hands, floor or blocks. And if you have blocks, you might not like this anyway, so you can just leave it behind. Downward facing dog, floor or on the blocks. On the blocks, it just gives you a little bit, like a bit of a lift. It gives you a little more space. It makes your arms longer, the floor closer, however you want to think of it. And then shift into plank. Pick up the right leg. Scoop the belly a bit, push the floor away. Bring your right knee to your right elbow. About 5 breaths here. Downward facing dog. Pause. Full inhale. Full exhale. Forward to plank. Left knee, left elbow or tricep. About 5 breaths here. Powerful right leg. Use the right toes. Spread the shoulder blades. Again, a little bit of cat here. Downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Cross right knee to left elbow. About 5 breaths. Downward facing dog. Shift forward, left knee, right elbow. Work the gaze a little forward, work the right leg strong. All 4 limbs working equally. They're just doing different things. Downward facing dog. If you're on the blocks, you're welcome to stay there or you can lose down. And then lift your heels really high. Turn your heels to the left, toes to the right. Come back up to center. Switch the direction. Come back to center. And then press the heels back. Lift all your toes up. Drag the mat long. So try to drag your feet toward the back of the mat, like you're trying to take the mat longer. All the toes are up. And then squeeze your feet outward. Like you're trying to make your mat wider. Like if your mat was pizza dough, you're stretching it wide and back. All your toes come down. Activate the toes. Right knee, right tricep, place your foot outside your hand, toes, knee on an angle, left hand down, right hand up. Let this be a little extravagant. Lean back into the shoulder blades. So it's as much a back bend as it is a twist. I was saying this in one of my classes the other day. I'm not sure if it was to y'all or not. But when I first started practicing and teaching, I was like very dogmatic about how every pose should be. Like, this is how I learned it, this is how it's supposed to be. There are so many different ways to be in every single pose. So just because I'm teaching it a certain way today doesn't mean that that's the only way to do a pose and that you have to change your whole practice or that I'm wrong. It's just a version. Open yourself up to that. Good, come onto the pinky side of the left foot. And then Vashisthasana, nice and easy. And then for today, in Vashisthasana, lift the hips. Find this beautiful rainbow shape. We know this is not the only way to do Vashisthasana. Inhale, reach back up, level yourself, and then come through center and plank. Take a breath in to your belly with your exhale. Shalavasana, stretch the feet back. Arms overhead if it's okay, but if you need a little less arms back behind you, we'll give you a little bit less. Downward facing dog. And then from down dog, left leg is going to come outside of that left hand. Toes and knees slightly open. Root into this right hand. Start to wrap the chest open. And it's as much a twist as it is a back bend, as much a back bend as it is a twist, unless one of those doesn't serve you. Or if neither of them do, you can stay here. We transition to Vashisthasana. And then if it's okay, that nice big arc. And then neutralize the side bend. And then center to plank. Breath in to your belly, exhale. Shalabhasana again. And downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, look at your hands, bring your feet toward your hands. Halfway with your inhale. Fold with your exhale. Rise, inhale. And then draw your hands into your heart with your exhale. Beautiful. Inhale. Reach the arms up. Exhale, bow forward. Come halfway with your inhale. And then fold back down with your exhale. Inhale, rise. Follow the breath up. Bring your hands into your heart with your exhale. Really nice. Yes, yes. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway inhale. And then fold, exhale. Inhale, rise. And then hands into your heart, exhale. One more, just half salute, inhale. Exhale and bow forward. Halfway, inhale. And fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Yes, and then draw your hands into your heart again. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Halfway, inhale. Right foot steps back. Left foot is forward, crescent pose, inhale. Pull your feet toward each other. Lift your heart to the sky. Use your back toes. Imprint your feet down, sink a little deeper. One more breath in. Release your hands down. Back to plank, inhale. Exhale to your belly. Cobra, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg stretches back, inhale. Knee into your chest as you exhale and then place your right foot forward. Crescent, squeeze the feet toward each other to rise up. Take a few breaths here. One more inhale. Everything top of the mat. Halfway inhale. And then fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Exhale, fold right back down again. Inhale, halfway. Left foot steps back. Crescent pose, inhale. And hands release to the ground, exhale. Plank, inhale. To your belly, exhale. Cobra, inhale. And dog, exhale. Left leg stretches back with control. Draw the knee down the center, place your foot. Crescent, inhale. Exhale, everything top of your mat. Inhale, halfway. And then fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Draw your hands to your heart with your exhale. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, bowing forward. Inhale, halfway. Plant your hands. Plank. Take a breath in. And then lower down. Chaturanga, the floor. Cobra, up dog, Shalabhasana, any back bend. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Bend your knees. Look where you're going. Feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise, inhale. Little pause at the peak of the breath. Lift the heart. Bow right back down, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Make your way to downward facing dog. Rise to your toes. Bend your knees. Feet to your hands. Halfway. Inhale. And fold, exhale. Rise up, inhale. And then fold back down, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Take it back. Make your way into downward facing dog. Left leg stretches back behind you. Right heel lifts high. Bend your right knee, look at your hands. Hop your right foot to the top of your mat. Left leg goes high. And then warrior three. So hands can stay on the ground on blocks. Hands can come into prayer, overhead, whatever feels good to you. Yes. Yes. Beautiful. Really nice. Fantastic. Bend your standing leg. And then open up into half moon. Take your time with it. Re-straightening that front leg as much as it feels good. Use a block if it feels good. Bend your standing leg again. Lean forward, stretch the left leg back. Warrior two. Last inhale. Hands come down to the ground. Make your way back to downward facing dog in whatever way you would like. From downward facing dog, right leg stretches back. Lift your left heel high. Keep your right leg really strong. Look at your thumbs. Bend the left knee and then just hop your left foot forward. Warrior three. Soften your standing leg. Left hand down. Block or floor. Open up half moon. Yes. Good. Both legs working equally. Both arms working equally. Arms working as hard as the legs working as hard as the arms. And that doesn't mean that it's your maximum effort. It just means that there's a balance. It might be your minimal effort, I don't know. But there's an equal distribution of energy. Good. Soften the standing knee, lean forward. Some your little counterbalance, and then take the right leg back. And then warrior two. Good. And adjust to whatever you need for this to feel centered and safe and wonderful. And then come back to that sense of balancing your energy between your limbs. Last breath in. Bring your hands around with your exhale. Plank with your inhale, and then your path to down dog. Left leg stretches back, inhale. Right heel lifts. Bend your right knee, hop your right foot to the top of your mat. Warrior three. Soften the knee. Half moon, open up. Soften the knee. Warrior two. Rise up. And then back on your mat. Maybe turn the left heel in a little bit, Koundinyasana. We'll take a few breaths here. And then rise up. Left hand down. Nice little twist open here. We've been here. Transitioning from here to vinyasa. And then maybe finding that arc. Yeah. And then listen, right forearm is going to come down. And then left forearm comes down. And you're in forearm plank. Push the floor away. Firm your glutes, engage the legs. So it's really easy to get really grippy here because planks are hard, right? And instead, if we can call on our whole body to do a little bit of balance work, it gets a little less grippy and a little bit more just like, I'm here. Or not, it might not feel that way at all. I can't tell you. I feel that way. Release the hips down, Sphinx. One more inhale. Soften, downward facing dog. Right leg stretches back with your inhale. Lift high into your left toes. Bend your left knee. Look forward. Even if it takes you a couple hops to get there, bring that left foot forward. And then warrior three. Bend the standing leg. Open up half moon. Yeah, bend the standing leg. And then we come into warrior two. Yes, nice transitions, beautiful. Rise up. And then maybe turn the right heel in a little bit. And then sink into Koundinyasana. You can do whatever you want with your hands. This can be as high or as deep as you want. Start to dig this left heel down into the ground and start to energetically pull the feet toward each other. And then rise up, come around. Left hand comes down. You can turn the left toes open if you want. Sorry, right hand comes down. That's terrible. Hopefully you figured out what I meant. Come onto the pinky side of the right foot. And then vinyasa. Option to kind of lift up and open. And then bring the left forearm down. Right forearm down. And we're back into forearm plank. And then Sphinx. Tops of the feet press down, hard draws through. And then releasing, downward facing dog. Take it back. We're gonna do that just a wee bit faster. Left leg back, inhale. Lift the right heel, bend the right knee. Look forward, right foot comes forward, even if you've got to take a couple hops to get there. Warrior three. Bend the knee, half moon, open up, expand. Rebend the knee. Warrior two. Rise up. Skandasana, back of the mat. Come back around top of the mat. Wrap open. Come right into Vashisthasana. We got a little change up coming. If you choose to take it, you can also just go where we were before. Forearm down, and then into Sphinx. Come back into forearm plank. Right hand comes down. Left hand to your full plank, and then chaturanga if you want it, or straight back to down dog. You can also just skip that and from Sphinx, go to down dog. Right leg stretches back, high into the left toes. Bend left knee, hop the left foot forward. Warrior three. Bend your standing knee, open up half moon. Bend your standing knee, warrior two. Yes, rise. And then sink Skandasana. Yes, really well done, beautiful. Come back around top of the mat. Open up. And then open right into Vashisthasana. Left forearm down, right forearm down. Take a breath in. Exhale, hips down. Inhale, curl open, and then back to forearm plank, exhale. Left hand down, right hand down, make your way to down dog. Inhale to your toes. Bend your knees, feet to your hands. Halfway, inhale. Fold, exhale. Rise up to stand, inhale. Hands into your heart, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Separate your feet. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, stay. Exhale, hands down to the ground. Option for crow pose, or just take it back into down dog, however you want to get there. And then we move through down dog. Left leg stretches back, inhale. Lift high to the right toes, bend the right knee, right foot hops forward. Warrior three. Soften the knee, open half moon. You've been here, you've got this. Bend the knee, warrior two. Rise up. Skandasana. Now we've got a change coming. Turn toward the back of the mat. Turn to your left, open up. Take this into Vashisthasana. We just turn and face the other way. No big deal, it's exactly what you did before. Left forearm down. Right forearm down. Take a breath in. Exhale, release, hips down. Inhale. Sphinx. Exhale, forearm plank. Left hand down. Right hand. And then back to down dog in your path. Right leg stretches back. Bend the left knee, hop the left foot forward. Warrior three. Bend the standing leg, half moon. Bend the standing leg. Warrior two. Rise up. You're back at the top of your mat, Skandasana. Left hand comes around. Open it up. Yes. Vashisthasana. Right forearm down. Left forearm down. Inhale and plank. Lower the hips, exhale. Inhale, Sphinx. And then exhale, forearm plank. Right hand, left hand, and then back to dog. You're gonna bring your feet to malasana. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Bring your feet up to your hands. And malasana. Yes, beautiful. Lift your heart. Take a breath in. Hands release down. You've got another shot at Bakasana. So here's the deal with Bakasana. If your butt's way down here, it's going to be really hard to lift up. You're going to be doing this jobby. So bend your elbows a little. Drop your chest down. And then get lighter in your feet. Then pick up your chest, drop your butt down, and that's going to bring you up. So it's just like this physics, like tick-tock, tick-tock, to get there. Yes. And then when you're ready, beautiful Emily, make your way back to down dog. Nice, Helena. Beautiful. Yeah. So arm balances are fun, they're challenging, they're invigorating, but they don't actually matter, right? So just let them be fun. Don't judge your practice based on a damn crow pose, right? Doesn't matter. But they're also like, I think of them as like epiphany poses because you learn how to place your body in space to make them accessible. I promise you, I don't know all of you and I can't see you all, but I'm gonna bet that like most of you are strong enough. It's just a matter of figuring out where to place your body, I swear. And all of a sudden it's like, epiphany. Inhale, right leg back. Bring your right knee to your right tricep and then place your right foot outside your right hand. And then blocks are right here under your hands. Stay straight arms or maybe come down onto your forearms. But if this really compromises you, you don't have to do it. Like, stay up high with straight arms if that feels less stressful on the body, on your mind, on your emotions. Or use blocks with straight arms or with bent elbows, for that matter. And then pull your feet toward each other. Press the hands down or the forearms, depending on what your point of contact. Basically, whatever your point of contact is, press all those points down. Work the back leg strong. Try to pull your feet toward each other. Did I mention that already? Good, bend your back leg, soften a little bit, pick up your chest, and then just gonna bend the back leg and just kind of shift forward and back a couple times. If you're on your forearms, you're gonna wanna come back up to straight arms. It's helpful if I give you full instructions. You're gonna pop your left foot closer in. And you're gonna come into a toe stand on your left foot. So I'm kind of sitting my left sitting bone, my left cheek toward my left heel. And then just hug this right knee into your right shoulder. Good, take your right hand to your right heel, the back of your heel. Slide your shoulder inside any amount. It's nothing, it's just a shape. We're just making ridiculous shapes. Maybe your right hand comes to the floor. Maybe this right leg extends out. You're still on a toe stand on the left leg. And then rock your weight forward. And then maybe extend that left leg back. Koundinyasana 2. And you can do this with your left knee down. 100%. And then back to down dog, however you want to get there. Left leg stretches back with your inhale. Left foot outside of your left hand. Forearms, straight arms, blocks, floor. You decide. So if this is our pizza dough, you're trying to squish the pizza dough up in the middle of the mat. You're trying to bunch it by pulling the feet toward each other. Engage the right hip. So squeeze your butt on the right side. Good. If you're on forearms or on blocks, you might want to kind of move the blocks. If You can actually go straight arms on the blocks here and be totally fine. I'm just going to go forward and back a few times. So again, just feeling how our physics shift us around, weight shifts in our body. I'm going to hop this right foot in about halfway. You're going to come into a toe stand on the right foot, so now you can probably see that better. And this is all like dependent on your knees. My knees are pretty happy, so for me this is not a big deal. But if something starts screaming at you, like the arch of your foot or your knee or anything, it's like back off. Just like come here instead, or come here instead. And so just getting our body used to being in shapes that we don't, like, I don't know about you, but I don't sit around like this that much. This is not my normal repertoire. Left hand to your heel. Slide that shoulder under. Good. Maybe to the calf. Maybe plant the hands and lift that leg up. All these are maybes, right? All maybes. Maybe shift forward. Start to extend the right leg back. You can do this with your right knee down. And then back to plank. And down, dog, in your path. Rise to your toes. Bend your knees, Malasana. Release your hands down. Square off the left foot a little bit. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Pick up your right toes. Take your big toe with your first two fingers and your thumb. Rise up to stand. Knee doesn't need to straighten. You're going to take the leg out to the side. Maybe it straightens. Bend the knee. I'm actually going to turn toward you. Bend the knee, work the arm and the leg into each other. So inner leg and arm kind of pressing into each other. Yeah, good. Maybe release the big toe. Push, 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 push. Push, 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 push. Yes. Malasana. Not a single shape that we make needs to be pretty. Not even one. Like visually, doesn't have to be pretty. Just trying. Good. Hands come down. I'm going to square off your right foot, take your left foot. First two fingers, thumb, wrap the big toe. And then just rise up. And then maybe start to push that foot away. Yes. Yes. Work the standing hip. Broaden the collarbones, lift the heart. Rebend the knee, work the arm and the leg against each other. Maybe release the foot, take the leg out. And then Malasana. Beautiful, yes, yes, yes. So good. Option for Bakasana again, because 3 times, charming. Option to skip it. Make your way back to down dog. Think about those physics. Tip, lift your butt, lift your chest back up after you get your butt up. And then take it back, downward facing dog. Yes. Inhale, right leg back. Knee into your chest, please. Place your foot forward. Right arm comes onto your right thigh. Block for your hand, or your hand can be on the ground. Parsva Konasana. Arm and leg work against each other. And that sounds like it's a mean thing. It's not. They work with each other by pressing into each other. So when I say they work against each other, they're working into each other. Beautiful. Yes, Brett. Yes. Nice, Brooke. Oh, these are beautiful. Bend the left knee. So straighten the right leg. Sorry, straighten the right leg. I'm going to just tip my block off so you can see. Lift the right toes. Sink back. Pull the feet toward each other. Bend the right knee. Consider sliding this right knee inside of your shoulder. Koundinyasana 2. Back to down dog. Left leg back with your inhale. And then knee into your chest. Place your foot forward. Set up your pose. Get a block if you'd like. Heel down. Wrap open. Really nice. Really nice. Parsvakonasana. Gorgeous. Yes. Awesome. Good. Start to straighten the front leg. Lift the toes, rise up, and then sink. Adjust your feet however you need to. However you need to. Good. So I like to kind of stay low, like I'm sneaking in, because I kind of am. Sneaking my shoulder inside of my knee. And then your option, you could put your back knee down. Here's the thing. Pick up your chest. That's going to pick up your heel. Take the leg out and then power up that back leg. Maybe push up a little. You might surprise yourself and find that arm balance. You might fall on your face. Find your way to down dog. Good. Beautiful. Yes. Good, Jordan. Really, really nice. Heels up, knees bend. Malasana, top of the mat last time. So maybe we stay here. Lift the butt if you want. Start to squeeze the shoulders with the knees if you want. Hands to your heels if you want. Everything is just completely optional from here. Sliding hands up the leg to draw the shoulders under the knees. Start to walk the feet a little closer together. Hands come behind the heels. Rest your hamstrings on your elbows and then look up. Lift your chest up. That's going to pick up your heels. And then maybe your feet start to lift here. Squeeze the knees into the shoulders. Titibasana. If you're comfortable going from here into crow, you got to shift. You got to lift your butt, drop your chest, come around. It's going to be a wide crow, and then back, downward facing dog, whatever path you want. Good. Yes. Bend your elbows. Look at your thumbs. If you can, just lower the forearms down. If you need to, put your knees down to get there. Dolphin, lace your hands on this first one. You've got about 5 more breaths here. Of course, come out if you need to. Find a little bit of cat's pose in your rib cage, in your belly. You can keep the fingers laced. Walk your feet back, forearm plank. Hips lower, Sphinx. Separate the hands. Shorten from your belly button to your pubic bone. You don't have to tuck your tail, just shorten belly button to pubic bone. Tuck your toes. Power up your legs. Plank on your forearms. Good, you can lace your hands if you'd like or keep them apart. Walk back in for dolphin. At any point in time, if you need a child's pose, you just come out. Lift the left leg if it feels okay. Bend the right knee. Think about when we were hopping up into warrior 3. And then just take a little hop. And you might get like a little hang time. You might be very comfortable in Koundinyasana, in which case go right up. You might want to turn to a wall. I'm okay with that. So good. And then come back into plank, forearms. Walk back into dolphin. Right leg lifts up. Bend the left knee. Little hop. And maybe you just start to feel that like little moment where you don't really weigh very much and you just kind of got like that inertia moment. And then this time, feet down, knees down, child's pose. Fantastic. If you're up happy and pincha, stay. Don't feel the need to come out. Come around onto your backs. And bridge pose. Palms to the sky. Broaden across the collarbones. Feet wherever you can keep the whole foot rooted. So it can be wider than your hips. It can be narrower than your hips. Toes can be slightly turned open or open a lot. Or straight ahead. Whole foot rooting down. Base of big toe, base of pinky toe, heel center. Be gracious with your body. We don't have to squeeze into a suitcase, right? I mean, we don't have to put ourselves into a suitcase. So be graceful with your body. Give yourself space. Release down. Unless one of you is a contortionist and I'm unaware of that. And that's like your actual job, is to fit yourself into a suitcase. By all means, practice for work. Stay in bridge or move into Koundinyasana. Be graceful with your body. Be gracious with your spacing. Releasing down. Receive the pose. See how you feel. If you'd like one more, we will take it. You do not have to. It's your call. When you're ready, rise back up. Inhale. Where's your breath? How has it changed in this practice? Maybe it hasn't changed at all. From the first breath you took when you got on your mat today to now, maybe it's exactly the same, but maybe it's not. Release out with your exhale. Take your feet wide, drop your knees into each other. Bring your feet, your legs into neutral. Push your left foot down, pick up your right knee. Come to the inside of the right leg with your right arm, come into half happy baby. Pull down on the heel with your right hand and push your leg away. So there are some things that my body will never do. A lot of those things in my head I can do, by the way. I just haven't learned how to do them yet. Some of them I just know I'll never do because they don't work on my body. So I'm going to give you offerings that maybe just don't work on your body, that maybe you just don't know how to do yet, or maybe you feel really good in. And so you have to decide what you do with the offerings. Left hand maybe comes over to this right foot. Right hand to the heel. We've done this shape before. Pull the shoulder inside the knee. And then left leg can stay bent or extend out. And then maybe this right leg starts to kind of extend outward. Like for some of you, you're like, there's no way my body's ever going to do that. And that's okay. And for me, it's maybe not super pretty, but I can get there and it feels really good. And I can't make that choice for you. Come out slowly. Bend the left leg, put the foot flat on the floor. Right foot's going to come across, ankle to thigh, thread the needle, hold the hamstring or the shin on the left leg. Just a few breaths here. I'm going to ease out of this. Right foot comes flat to the ground. Left knee stays in. Bring the left arm to the inside of that left leg. Find the heel if you can. Half happy baby. Pushing away and pulling down. This is perfect. You can extend the leg here. You can stay here in this half happy baby. I love this pose. You may feel otherwise about it. But find something that works here. And then I'll take you through this other nonsense if you care to join me. It's nonsense, by the way. Left hand to left heel. Maybe slide the knee inside. It's nonsense because you don't have to do it, but if it feels good, it's not nonsense. I know. Right hand maybe stays on that left leg, and then maybe you start to open up here. So I want to give you offerings that feel good on your body, that challenge you, that don't hurt you. There's no pressure to come here. But also, if this does feel good, you can come here and not feel badly about it. Like, it's fine if this feels good. It's also fine if it doesn't feel good. When we start to come out slowly, bend the right leg, put the foot down, cross the ankle to the thigh, thread the needle, second side. Release this. Take the legs all the way out straight. Good. Take a moment. See how you feel. Just neutralize your spine. Let your legs be soft. And then after a few breaths here, if you feel like there's something that you need before you finish your practice, do that now. If you feel like this is good, I'm pretty balanced, I'm pretty centered, I feel good. Set yourself up for Shavasana. You can take your legs up the wall. You can rise and finish your practice in seated meditation. So however you want to finish your practice is up to you. yourself up to be still, because that's what we're doing. We're choosing stillness here over all the other poses that would love to be part of today's practice that we didn't do. Instead, we're choosing to just be still. In that process, start to soften the need to work your muscles, soften your breath, soften your gaze, soften your approach to your mind, to your body. This is different than falling asleep and taking a nap or going to bed at night. This is choosing still and quiet while still being present. Allow your attention to come back to your breathing, back to your body, and perhaps back to a general sense of how you feel. You might not know if that feels too demanding than just breath and physical body. When you're ready, make your way to sitting if you're not there already. And once you're seated, let your hands rest on your thighs. Just draw your spine upward. Take a few breaths here. And then bring your hands together at your heart. Simply bow your mind to your heart, yoke your body and your mind as one, honoring this connection between those two beings. We cannot separate them. We are connected, physically, mentally, emotionally. Rise with your inhale. Allow your eyes to open gently. I thank you for your practice. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you on